Sandra. Welcome to another episode of Asexualized, my asexual life. This is a place to be education about asexuality, all things asexual. I share my own asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit the great big subscribe button below right here, right now. Please hit that bell icon to get notified of every time I go live like now or post a new video. And if you love the content, please give this video a thumbs up as we go along. In a moment, I'm going to be talking about 3 types of people to avoid who give mixed signals. So you'll be discovering more about why people give mixed signals, why you should avoid 3 types of people. But first, if you didn't know who I am Sandra Burnley, author, Asexual Perspectives, 47 Asexual Stories, Love Line for Sex, A Celebration of Asexual Diversity book. I'm also an asexual coach that specialises in asexual dating and relationships. So let's crack on with tonight's show. So 3 main types of people you need to avoid. These are people that basically give mixed signals. Now, there can be a number of reasons why some people give you mixed signals. So say you go on a date with someone or you're messaging someone and they're giving you really mixed signals as to why they like you. You know, do they want a relationship with you, or do they just like you as a friend, or what the heck is going on? Like, do they like you more than a friend? Do they like you romantically? Do they not? What's the game? You know, what's going on, right? So there are 3 different types of people, and some maybe very, very nice types of people, and others maybe people that aren't very, very nice. So let's go to the number 1 type of person that is giving you mixed signals. Now, this one is the bad one. This one is the player. This one is the person that you basically might have a date with. You go on a date with this person and you thought everything went well, and maybe you were doing some kissing or some cuddling, maybe you were curling up together watching a movie or something, and you know, you go along and you think everything's going really well, right? And then after the date you don't hear from them again for like 2 or 3 days, maybe even longer than that. And you're thinking, what's going on? Because up to the time of the date, they were really interested in you. You know, they were talking to you lots, messaging lots. And on the date, throughout the date, they were saying you're nice, you've got beautiful eyes, nice smile, very special type of person. They were saying all this lovely stuff to you. And then when the date's finished, like I said, you know, they're basically, sometimes they message you and sometimes they don't. And they're like blowing hot and cold with you. This person is a player. This is what's known as a player. This is someone who plays games. Right? It's called the push-pull technique, right? And people who are narcissistic do this a lot, right? So what they do is they say something nice to you. They make you feel all comfortable with them, make you feel all happy about yourself and special. And then the next time they'll go boom, and they'll kind of suck that away from you. Maybe that means they're neglecting to talk to you for several days. They're just basically ignoring you. Maybe they start saying something horrible about you that they weren't saying before. Maybe they just don't speak to you for several days and they phone you up late at night and say, hey, I really want to meet you. You know, I've been thinking about you so much. And, you know, is tomorrow a good time, or even tonight? You know, why don't you come around mine at 9 o'clock or something? You know, I've really missed you. You know, this type of person is a player. It's a magnetic pull push technique, right? That they teach, sadly, in traditional dating. A lot of dating coaches that aren't very good coaches, that are just basically teaching guys how to have sex, for example, will teach this type of thing. It's a push-pull technique. So they give you lots and lots of love, praise, type of feelings, even though it's probably a load of rubbish, but they make you feel special, and then they'll take that away. And then they'll bring it back again, and they'll take that away. So you have this up and down thing, and it's kind of like a magnetic type of attraction that's actually very toxic for you. And you don't realize it at the time because you're so swept up in the fact, oh, this guy likes me. But then I haven't heard from him. Like, is he okay? Has he had an accident? What's going on? Oh, but he messaged me, you know, and he's just been busy for a few days. And then, you know, and then you go on another date and you maybe do some more kissing and other stuff, maybe a little bit further, and then you don't hear from him. This guy is going to be having sex with other women in between. He's not really that interested in you. He's just playing you, because if he was interested in you, he'd be consistent and persistent. He would be messaging you to see, like, after the date, he'd be trying to get you to go on another date with him. He would be arranging that in advance with you. He'd be keeping in contact with you. He'd be saying, it's, you know, I love to see you on the date. It was really good. I had a great time. We'd love to keep in touch with you and see how things go, and, you know, perhaps go on another date together. Or he'd actually be arranging a date. I say he, but you can substitute he for whatever gender you want, right? People who are narcissistic, they give and then they pull back like a yo-yo effect all the time. And it especially affects people who are empathetic, who are very sympathetic, who are very caring people, who are very genuine people, and they don't expect that of someone, right? And also it's people that have a lack of self-love sometimes, lack of self-worth. But, you know, I wouldn't say that it's necessarily a lack of self-love and self-worth. Sometimes it's just the fact that we believe people are honest like us. You know, we think that because we're honest, they'll be honest. But it doesn't always work like that, and often doesn't. You know, people aren't that honest. A lot of them are playing games when they're dating. They're literally dating loads of people, having sex with loads of different people, whatever, you know, and you don't want to be with this type of person. They're very toxic for your soul because they'll make you feel really bad about yourself, because they'll always be making you think that, have you done something wrong? Why aren't they speaking to you? Why did everything seem to go well and then it didn't? And this is the what if, what if, what if. And whilst you're thinking what if, it makes you focus on that person. So you're not focusing on anyone else. And that's what they want. They want you to be, they want to be in your mind all the time, even if it's not in a good way. They want to be in your mind. So it drives you crazy. So you have to keep hanging on your phone, waiting for them to text you or to call you. You know, this is a very bad person. You need to cut this person out of your life and move on. It's better to be single or with friends than it is to have this type of guy. The second type of guy or person, you can substitute that for any gender, is someone who's an emotionally available, unavailable guy. So if you didn't know what an emotionally available guy, so emotionally available, unavailable guy is a guy who's emotionally available for you. He's there for you, or whatever gender. Substitute guy for whatever gender you want. They're there for you emotionally. They're there to hear you, comfort you, message you in your time of need and sorrow. You feel like you almost feel like they might even be a boyfriend or a girlfriend or partner to you, because they feel that close to you, and they are literally like, you know, taking a lot of time to speak to you, and they maybe meet up with you for coffee, and it's like going on a date. They don't say it's a date, but they meet up for coffee. Maybe you go out some places together, you know, and they really want to hear your news. They want to hear about you. They want to help you. They do care about you, right? But they're not available for a relationship. This is an emotionally available person. They're there for you emotionally, but they're not available for a relationship because they don't want a relationship with you. For whatever reason, you know, don't blame yourself. It's just the way they are in that moment. They're not ready for commitment a lot of the time. You're not actually the person they want to be in a relationship with, although they really like you a lot. You're not the type of person they see in their future as a potential husband, life partner, wife. You know, so this isn't your fault. The person's not a really bad person intentionally, but they can cause a lot of hurt and pain because they can act like they really care about you. They can act like maybe even loving towards you. And they really can confuse the hell out of you. So this type of person you want to avoid as much as possible. If they're in your life, you just want to know categorically in your own mind that they are not available for relationship. You have to cancel them out, and you have to move on in your heart towards looking for another person to be suitable in a relationship. Now, you might have to cut them completely out of your life because you might not be able to move on because this person's giving you such mixed signals because they're acting almost like a partner, but they're not, and they're not available for that. So you've got to be very, very careful with this type of person. However much you like them, they're not going to be there for a relationship for you. They're not. All right? So you have to understand that. You know, they don't come from a bad place a lot of the time, but they come from the place where they're non-commitment at that time. You're not the one for them long term in a relationship, however much they like you, right? So number 3 type of person. This is what I call the what the F type of person. This is a person doesn't know, excuse the language, what the F they are doing with their life, right? They are confused, in other words, right? They're not a bad person. They just don't know what the hell they want. Right? They haven't worked out their life goals, their ambitions and dreams, what their ideal partner would be for a relationship. They haven't got clarity. And clarity is power. You need clarity. When you are dating, or even when you're looking for friends, you have to be crystal clear, whatever you're doing in your life, where it's goals, ambitions and dreams, career, relationships, life purpose, you have to have clarity on what you want, because if you don't, you'll get rubbish coming into your life and everything you do not want. Right? So what the F person, this third person, doesn't know what they're doing with their life. They are confused. They may be like you romantically. They may be strongly like you romantically. Maybe they like you sexually if they're not asexual. They might be super attracted to you. They might think and kind of fantasize sometimes about being in a relationship with you, but they don't know what they want. So this type of person will 1 minute say, oh, relationship's really good. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. The next minute they'll be saying, well, you know, I'm really a bachelor. You know, I love my single life. They might be saying, you know, like, oh, relationships are great in small doses, or relationships are not for me right now. But then they might be really like doing romantic things towards you. So they're saying basically they're trying to tell you they're not ready for a relationship because they haven't got their shit together. Excuse my language. Let this person get their shit together so they know what the F is going on with their life, right? So you need to leave this type of person alone. This type of person needs to work out what the F is going on with their own life. They are not ready for a relationship, and they will not be good for you to be in a relationship with because they don't know what they want. This means they won't put boundaries in place with other people. When they get a bit of attention, they'll probably go to the next person because they probably lack direction in their life. When someone lacks direction in life, they're not crystal clear on what they want. They soak up everyone else, good and bad, right? And they soak up the influence from other people. Right? So 1 minute they might be saying romantic stuff to you, the next minute they're talking to you like a friend. 1 minute they're talking about going on a date with you, but they don't call it a date. The next minute they're talking about, oh, thanks, sis, or bro, you know, whatever gender you like. You know, they refer to you like a family member. They might be 1 minute saying, oh, I really, really, you know, love this about you, and you know, I think it's amazing, you're wonderful. And then the next minute they're kind of like, all right, take care, see you later. You know, like a mate would do down the pub. This person doesn't know what to do with their life. They are lacking direction. They probably are attracted to you romantically or otherwise, but they're not suitable to be in a relationship together with you because they do not know what they want. They have attraction for you, but they can't be in a long-term relationship because their mind is just not on it. They don't know what the hell they want. They are confused, right? You do not want to be with a confused person. Clarity is power. Move on from all these type of people. Either block them out of your life if they're a bad person, or minimize the contact with them, or reduce the conversation with them. But whatever you do, make sure you look for someone else who deserves you, who can give you the love, time, care, and attention you want with crystal clear clarity that you are the person for them. You're damn special, you're worth it, and they love and want to be with you if it's a long-term relationship for the rest of their life. Don't settle for second best. Stay single, stay happy, stay beautiful, ace you. Until next time, embrace your quirky and each other's. Take care. Hope this has been helpful. Give it a thumbs up if it has. Love you. Bye.